Right.
How you doing?
Just doing a blog for YouTube.
You doing a blog for YouTube?
Aye.
Alright. What's the blog regarding?
Dunfermline. But at the moment, the police station.
Right, so why in particular the police station and why in particular the main drag up to where?
Well, that's where the cars come out, so I'm hoping to see some
What cars are you looking for, like?
police cars.
Right, the police cars don't come out with this address.
What one do they come out?
They come out that address over there, eh?
Oh well, that's fine, I'll still see them.
Right, what's your name?
I'll do what I give it.
Well, no, it's not really an option for you, mate.
Aye, it is because I haven't broken any laws.
Well,
You're involved in an incident though, so
Eh?
you can require your details.
Aye, but you have to have a crime or a reasonable suspicion of a crime before you can ID somebody.
Not only in America, folks, but everywhere else around the world, police officers don't seem to know that people have rights. Whether you're in the UK, Canada, Australia, the United States, we're seeing some auditing videos, and they all seem to be similar. Police officers don't know that you have rights. That is most definitely by design. Seems like people are being dumbed down all over the world, folks. This is my call out to every single one of you out there, not just in the UK, in the United States, Canada, Australia, but everywhere else around the world. If you record police and you want us to highlight your channels, reach out to us. recordpolicenow@gmail.com. Check out this audit video. Go subscribe to this newer channel, BHC Audits. Let them know San Joaquin sent you. I'll see you guys over there.
No, we can. Section
No, you
13
can't,
of the Criminal Procedure Scotland Act 1995.
No,
That's fine.
that's an unlawful.
what's an unlawful?
That's unlawful what you're trying to do. Try to get my details.
Exactly.
Because I haven't committed a crime.
Well, I suspect you have.
Oh, do you? Well, what's your
Yeah.
reasonable suspicion?
Because you're standing there filming it, you're looking for a person, it would appear that you're looking to ascertain video footage
Aye, but I've already been out to the police station and said I was doing it.
of police officers' personal vehicles as a leave come and go from there.
Is that a crime?
Well, yeah, because it's
No,
invading
it's
my
not.
privacy.
No, it's not.
Yeah, it is.
If they're in public, I can film them.
But they're not in public.
They will be when I film them.
But this is still private property, yeah.
How can it be private? It's
How can
police
it- how can it
property.
not?
This
It's
is
not.
police property.
Of course it is.
Right, so
So is
how
that
can the
public?
police own? How can they? Aye, of course it is.
So you come into the police station,
Aye, it's public.
That's public property.
It's public.
Is it? Alright.
The lobby is anyway.
Alright, so as we continue to watch this video, we realize that police officers don't know that you have rights. They also don't know the difference between private and public property. Let me guess, he's gonna ask for ID again.
Who's giving out your details?
No.
So you're refusing to give me your details?
Yes, because I haven't committed a crime.
Right. Do you have any current cases at the moment?
No.
No. Where are you from?
I'm from Dunfermline.
You're from the Fairland.
Yes.
Right, so what's your name then?
I'm not going to tell you.
Right. Well, why not? If you don't believe you're committing any crimes,
Because
and you're here
because
with
it's well known
legitimate
that
reasons,
if people film the police and then they get their name, there's retaliation stopping you in your
Mate,
car, such as
trust me,
that.
if
Eh?
I do a check on you and you're not the person that currently has active bail conditions for this type of behaviour
Uh-huh.
in Aberdeen,
In Aberdeen.
then we
I've
can
been in
establish
Aberdeen for about 20
and
years.
we can establish that there's no crimes and you're here with legitimate purposes,
You need to have a reasonable suspicion.
right? And I've already said to you
What's your reasonable suspicion?
that there's a male also engaging in this type of conduct
Uh-huh.
who currently has active bail conditions for very similar.
Very similar. Does he look
Circumstances.
like me? Is he a
I
good
don't
looking
know.
guy or not?
I don't know. That's why I'm asking your details so I can
No.
confirm that.
No, you haven't got reasonable suspicion.
Yeah, I do.
You don't.
I do.
You don't. You're going to set yourself up for a lawsuit, like,
Well, that's fine.
because somebody in Aberdeen has filmed a police station. You're
Yeah,
saying
but
that
there's-
that could be me.
That could be you.
Aye,
I don't know
it
you.
could well be, but a reasonable person wouldn't suspect that.
Well,
Well, I'd say it is a reasonable person, eh?
I don't think you're a reasonable person.
Well, that's your opinion, eh?
Aye, well, it's been proved.
well, that's fine, huh? You give me your details, yes or no?
No, definitely not.
Right.
Lawsuit.
Section 13, eh? Perfect.
What act?
Section 13 of the Criminal Procedure Scotland Act
Uh-huh.
1995.
Uh-huh.
We can require the details of any person involved in any crime, incident.
This isn't a crime.
Yeah?
This isn't a
Incident.
crime.
That's what's covering it now. Incident's potentially
It's not a crime.
Potentially a
Isn't
crime.
it? It's not even potentially a
It is
crime.
covered by it being an
It's
incident.
not. Public photography is not a crime.
Shout out to the OG crew, Pinnock. Photography is not a crime. If you guys don't know, Pinnock stands for Photography is not a crime. Shout out to those guys.
Public photography is not a crime.
Exactly.
But if I'm going to
I
be
just
honest,
said that.
Yeah. There is an issue with the fact that we are police officers.
Yeah, I
There
see
is a
that.
heightened-
There's quite a few as well for one man with
there's
a bloody camera.
heightened threat risk. and
There's
we-
no heightened threat risk.
There is.
When did that happen? Like, when's the heightened threat risk?
It's been a heightened threat risk since 2001.
And has anything happened?
Well, yeah.
No. In a police station?
There's been multiple
No.
incidents.
I'm gonna say something I never said before. But if there's anybody out there cheerleading for terroristic attacks, it's gotta be these motherfuckers. They're happy to take your rights away. There, I said it. Keep watching.
Because you're slaving shit.
No, we'll see.
These are just that you're abusing your powers to try and get my ID, and it's not going to happen.
Perfect.
The colour of law.
Okay, in terms of section 13 of the Criminal Procedure Scotland Act 1995, I suspect you of committing or having committed an offence. I require
What's
you
your reasonable suspicion?
Well, I've already explained to you.
You haven't, eh? You've
I
said
do.
some bugger in Aberdeen
Yeah.
stole me in a police station.
That is also travelling around various other police stations in Scotland doing likewise, engaging in likewise activities,
Have you got
which
a,
I
have you got a
explained,
picture of him?
which I have explained to
Have you
you.
got a picture of him?
So that is my grounds for asking you for your
No,
details.
that's
And
not grounds for asking me.
Yes, it
And I've
is.
also,
Somebody in Aberdeen has done the same thing, so
Someone travelling around
you
Scotland.
suspect that it was me.
mate, I'm not going to argue with you.
I'm not gonna argue with ya. Why is it that every time they're wrong, it's an argument? Why is it that every time you tell them you have rights, it's an argument? They'll go as far as calling you a sovereign citizen, label you a police hater, but they don't want to argue with ya.
Yeah, I'm going to argue with you because you're
argue with
breaking the
you,
law.
Right?
This is unlawful what you're doing here.
I require you to give me your name, address, date of birth, place of birth and nationality. You're not obliged to say anything further by way of explanation, but anything you do say will be recorded and may be given in evidence. I also require you to remain with me while I verify your name, address,
So I'm
date of
being
birth.
detained.
Listen to me.
No, I'm asking you, am I being detained?
I'll finish reading the legislation to you, then I'll answer any questions you have.
Right.
Place of birth and nationality, and no any explanation given by you. Failure without reasonable excuse, either to Scotland Act 2016.
Uh-huh.
Do you understand that?
Yeah, I don't understand how it pertains to me.
Right. Right. So are you willing to provide me with your name, your details?
No.
Right. Okay. In that case, I'll inform you, you're never under arrest under terms of that same legislation.
You're setting
Okay.
yourself up for a lawsuit
Well, that's fine.
Perfect.
because somebody in Aberdeen
Yeah,
has
right.
done the same thing.
I'll explain that to you.
What about,
Okay.
what about somebody in fucking Spain
Yeah.
doing the same thing?
We're taking your camera off you, that'll be seized as a production as ever.
Well, that most certainly was a surprise. You guys, they arrested this dude for recording in public. He writes a letter to the judge, they dismiss his case, and when he gets a letter back in return, they actually threaten this dude. Let's read this aloud. We refer to the above and write to confirm that the case did not call on 16th September 2021. The Crown decided not to prosecute you on this occasion. If, however, you are to be found filming outside a police station in the future, the likelihood is you will be prosecuted for different offenses. Whoa, they're trying to criminalize recording in public, folks. And they're doing it faithfully, they say. You guys go subscribe to this new channel. Let's go show support. And let me remind you all, if you are out there recording police, it doesn't matter where you live. Reach out to me, recordpolicenow@gmail.com. I might have to hire some translators. That's okay. We'll figure it out. Thank you guys all for tuning in. I'll see you guys on the next video. Peace.
Here they come.